one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call. Take your time. We're in no rush.
Cole,
Here.
Nikki, here. Sarah, here. Mary, here. Russell,
Here.
John,
Here.
Ron,
Here.
you want me to call you Tatum?
Help me out the door.
Flemings,
Yeah. Finally.
and Bass.
Do I hear a motion to approve of the minutes and financials?
So moved.
Second. A motion by Mary, a second by Russell to approve the minutes and financials. You're all right. It's okay. Don't have it.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
So Judy, you're gonna share with us? or
It's
what?
so violent, sorry, it's just okay.
Never found anything we don't have to worry about.
Motion by Mary. Second by Russell. Any discussion? All in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Brings us to the county judge's comments, and I've got just a few this time. First of all, I'm sure all of you got the message that Pam Bradford's father passed away. So she's doing exactly what she needs to do, and she's not being around here. She's being in Ozark with her family, and they're as they lay her father to rest. That was very sudden and unexpected as far as him getting that bad that quickly. And Tanya has done an amazing job of stepping up, and I think we need to give credit where credit's due. 3 out of 4 of Pam's staff is out with surgeries and whatnot, and so Tanya's had it pretty much to herself. I think one of them got to come back today or yesterday, but she's been doing a good job of filling in. You're going to see in the packet we're going to have a budget that we're going to vote on. Due to the sudden passing of Pam's father, that budget we know has errors, but we have a legal obligation. We have to pass a budget in December. We know that there are errors. We know that the last budget meeting is not included. But what is passed by ordinance can be amended by ordinance very easily. And when Pam gets back, we'll have her just completely rewrite the budget. We can have another budget meeting and proof it before it's presented, and we'll move forward from that. So. Also, I don't do a whole lot of fluff at the meetings. It's all business. But we've got some people that's not going to be with us at our next Quorum Court meeting. I'd like to call them up and give them a plaque. Oh, you can come. You just can't vote. They'll hold. Would one of y'all care to take a picture that y'all can send to me?
Here.
Del Holt, we came on at the same time.
Yep.
way back whenever, whatever year that was.
12 years ago.
Been a while, but you've been dedicated the whole time, and it's never just an up and a down. You've always thrown yourself into it. And you've managed budgets, you've managed personnel policies, you've managed anything else that you were ever asked to do. You never said no. You always jumped right in. You've been an asset to the county, and we're going to miss you.
Appreciate it. You can't see me for the camera.
Don't smile. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Russell Hensley.
Thank you, sir.
Russell stood up and decided to play the game whenever we lost J.P. Lynn. And he jumped right in, and we expected him to fill a seat, and he did so much more than that. He completely just did everything he could, and he did his homework, and he didn't speak just a whole lot, but whenever he did, he was just full of wisdom and common sense. And I hope that we haven't seen the last of you. Don't run for my job. I'm kidding.
Appreciate that.
But you've been a tremendous asset to the county.
Thank you.
Really. Brian Taylor. Mr. Public Service himself. From fire departments to rescue squads to backing up the Office of Emergency Management to forestry and then serving as a JP. I think you've worked as a law enforcement officer and you put on a lot of hats, but you've really excelled at this one. You've managed the ambulance board and run it in a manner that was stellar. You've managed the budget spectacularly. You made some tough decisions, and you just make them and stand firm. And sometimes we have to do that. Many times we have to be strong enough to bend, but many times we have to just let our word be our word too. And not all decisions are easy. But you've done a fantastic job. All of you guys are going to be very missed.
Thank you.
And we look forward to working with the new class too. So, be here in January. It'll be we'll have a third of a new court. Are there any elected officials or department heads that would like to address the court? Court, do you have anything you'd like to ask of any of the department heads or elected officials that are with us this evening?
I would just like to, I don't have an eloquent speech, but I just want to say what a pleasure it has been to serve with you guys, and you've done a great job. We will miss you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'd like to say to all the elected officials, department heads, sincerely appreciate all the hard work you've done the last 12 years. We've gone from being in the fire to coming out of the fire, brushing ourselves off, getting back up, and going the way we need to go. And there's still a lot more to be improved upon. And I know y'all will do that because you do best what's for the county. And you know, we work for everybody in the county. That's our job. And just like Dale said, especially in the budget committee, there's some very tough decisions we have to make. And they're not all good. Some's not so good. But we have to do what we have to do because it's the people's money, not ours. And that's the way we roll. So thank you for everything y'all have done. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Moving on to new business, our first ordinance is sponsored by Russell Hensley.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled, an appropriation ordinance to appropriate $7,120.72 in the County General District Court 1000-409 and $4,662.76 into the District Court Automation Fund 3003-409. Whereas the district court will be receiving a grant from the Arkansas State Police of $11,783.48 for reimbursement of sobriety court conference expenses, and whereas this money will need to be appropriated into the appropriated budgets and line items as shown below. $1,103 into number 1,409-2024 maintenance and service contracts. $2,821 into 1,000-409-3009 other professional services. $590 into 1,409-3020 phone fax. $1,000 into number 1,000-409-3021 postage. $180 into number 1,000-409-3023 internet. $600 into number 1,000-409-3060 utilities electric. $127 into number 1,409-3062 utilities water. $41 into number 1,000-409-3063 utilities waste disposal. $95 into number 1,000-409-3093 miscellaneous law panic buttons. $563.72 into number 1,409-3094 meals lodging. $4,662.76 into number 3003-409-9999 transfer out. Now therefore it be ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that Section 1, monies be appropriated as stated above. I move we approve as written.
Second.
We have a motion by Russell Hensley and a second by Nikki Brown to adopt this ordinance. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Cole?
Yes.
Nikki?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Russell?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Pam?
Yes.
Virgil?
Yes.
And Esther?
Yes.
It's gonna be 2022-56.
Just like a pro. That's right. Our next ordinance is sponsored by Justice Lennox.
Be enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, the State of Arkansas, appropriation ordinance to be entitled, an appropriation ordinance to appropriate $802.73 into the deputy prosecutor budget 1000-416. Whereas the deputy prosecutor budget is running low for utilities, electric, and other line items, and whereas $302.73 will come out from the hot check account. Now therefore be ordained by the Quorum Court, Van Buren County, Arkansas, that Section 1, $253.76 be appropriated into line item 1000-416-3030, travel, $500 into 1000-416-3060, utilities and electric, $44.97 into 1000-416-3063, utilities, water disposal, and $4 into 1000-416-3069, postage machine, fuel box. I move that we approve this as written.
Second.
We have a motion by Virgil and a second by Dale to adopt this ordinance. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Hensley,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Leonings, and Bass.
Yes.
2022-57.
Well, I just caught myself. I skipped over the approval of the agenda earlier. So we get to suspend some rules and really give Tanya a run for her money tonight. But unless you guys would like to read in its entirety the next ordinance, which is the budget ordinance, I would entertain a motion to suspend the rules for the purpose of reading the budget by title only. So we have a motion by Dale Holt and a second by Virgil Lendings. And we'll give Tanya time to catch up.
I actually read that one year.
Same.
That must have been y'all's first year.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't know we could do that, and we read it for many years.
Yeah.
And we tried to speed read it, and we would get it done in like 20, 30 minutes.
20, 30 minutes.
They did do that.
Almost got to be an auctioneer.
You ready? Okay. Did you get the, okay, the motion was Del Holt. Second was Lemmings. Any discussion on suspension? Roll call vote on suspension.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Hensley,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Leonings.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
Excellent. Brian Tatum, would you like to read our first ordinance by title only? Or the first read by title, well, it's the only read, but, or read it by title only.
Be it enacted by the Quorum Court, County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to establish the annual operating budget for the calendar year of 2023.
Do I hear a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve as written.
Second.
We have a motion by Brian Tatum and a second by Nikki. Okay. I'm really bad to get ahead of you, so you just slow me down anytime. Uh-huh. We have a motion by Brian, second by Nikki. Discussion.
You did say that we will come back because the mistakes have been corrected
Yes.
and change them.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You bet. Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt,
Heck, yeah.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah, Phillips,
Yes.
Hensley,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Leonings.
Yes.
And Bass.
Yes.
2022-58.
I should have stated this in open discussion, but their biggest obstacle was overcoming an extreme increase in healthcare. And it pretty much ate their lunch this time. Our next ordinance is sponsored by Brian Tate. Emergency ordinance, bonuses. What, hold up. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to suspend the rules to entertain this additional ordinance at this time.
So moved.
Second.
You're doing good. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, John, that you should be under that.
Judge,
Yes.
there's some wording we need to look at on this before we put it.
Okay.
This is not a bonus. Correct. It's got bonus in there several times.
Oh, many times. That's what it is.
No.
Is this one or this was then? Wait, no, that's a resolution. You just read the budget. We have a motion by Nikki and a second by Brian Tatum to adopt this ordinance. Or to entertain the rule, to suspend the rules. Discussion on rule suspension. I'm getting myself lost.
We're good.
Roll call vote on rules suspension.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes.
Russell,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes.
Virgil,
Yes.
Lester.
Oh, yeah. I can hardly hear you now.
You can't hardly hear.
Yeah.
Use your calendar.
Excellent. Brian, would you care to read the ordinance, please?
You bet. Being enacted by the Quorum Court, County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an emergency ordinance to be entitled, an emergency ordinance to appropriate $168,211.24 into Fund Number 1007, Local Assistance and Tribal Consistency Fund to pay bonuses to county employees, to establish individual bonus amounts, to declare an emergency, and for other purposes. Whereas the Budget Committee has approved bonus distributions for county employees, and whereas Van Buren County has received money from Local Assistance and Tribal Consistency, LATC funding, and whereas Fund Number 1007 was established for the purpose of receiving and distributing local LATC funding, and whereas there is a need to appropriate the funds in the following manner. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court, Van Buren County, Arkansas, that Section 1, employees of the County Road Department shall receive bonuses directly from Fund Number 2000, County Roads. Section 2, employees of the Van Buren County Solid Waste Department shall receive their bonuses directly from the Solid Waste Fund Number 3009. Section 3, bonuses shall be processed on the following dates: Monday, December 19th, 2022, and Tuesday, January 17th, 2022. Section 4, full-time employees shall receive a bonus in the amount of $800 on both designated processing dates. Part-time employees shall receive a bonus in the amount of $400 on both designated processing dates. Section 6, employees shall be actively employed on the processing date to receive their bonus. Section 7, the amount of $168,211.24 shall be appropriated into the following line items for the bonuses. Number 1007-0103-1001, salaries full-time, $109,573.12. Number 1007-0103-1002, salaries part-time, $20,000. Number 1000-0103-1006, Social Security matching, $12,868.16. Number 1007-0103-108, non-contributory retirement, $25,769.96. Section 8, emergency clause. It is imperative for the county operations to continue smoothly, efficiently, and effectively. Therefore, this ordinance being necessary for the protection and preservation of public health and safety, emergency is hereby declared to exist, and this ordinance shall be in full force and shall take effect upon passage and publication. I make a motion to approve this ordinance.
Second.
We have a motion by Tatum and a second by Phillips to adopt this ordinance. Discussion.
All right, go ahead.
First thing to amend would be
Okay.
Tuesday, January 17th, 2023.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness, good night.
yeah.
Okay. Second of all, well, let me jump in here real quick. Guys, this was a very big discussion. What this is, I hate the word bonus. I don't like it. And it was some major discussion during even though that is what it is, I don't like it. Because what this is there was no raises this year. So we did this because they are working on the new pay plan. And this is going to give them a little bit more time. So this is in lieu of any pay raises on your payroll is what this is. And this is coming from tribal funds. It's not coming from county general. This money can be spent on anything. We felt it was very important to be able to give that to the employees. There was some questions on whether to give it in 2022 or 2023. So we were able to, it is for payroll, it is not a bonus, so I wanted to do it in 2023, but we did come up and we were able to make an agreement, half and half, half in 22, because we know you need it. There's no question about that. And then the other half in 2023. Just remember, this is in lieu of pay raises, is what this is.
Additionally, another reason we couldn't do pay raises was because of the insurance, like the judge mentioned earlier. What was it, 26% increase?
26%.
That we ended up.
After we changed.
We had to actually change companies, or we were going to incur a 36%. So we went from around 800,000 to, what was it, nearly 1.5 million that we're paying in insurance because of the usage. So that was one of the reasons we couldn't do the raises, and we wanted this for kind of a supplemental pay is what we were calling it, because of the economy and the way things have gone up. So kind of help out in the new law.
And we hope the timing is good with, end of the year, Christmas. So we wanted to, that was part of the reason for splitting it, was getting it in hands as quickly as we could and trying to make it as fair as we could.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I would like to say something.
Yes, sir.
All of you know that I was an advocate for helping our most prized possession in the county, and that's our workers. All the years I was in county government, I fought very hard for raises for all of the county employees. And I want to thank you. It was tough, I think, dealing with you to start because, we never have an excess of money to give raises. But I think it's very important. You worked very hard on it. And I commend all of you on the budget committee for your hard work. And thank you so very much for doing that.
Thank you, Esther.
We appreciate it.
Any other discussion before we do
One
some
more
house
thing.
cleaning? Yes.
One reason that we have two is that we came up with some people are leaving and some people are coming in new, and it was really hard. How do we do it? Do we do it before the new year and leave some of the other people out, or do it after and then again we leave people out? So we were really happy that we could split it in half.
One more thing on these section 1 and section 2 that fund 2,309. Where's the other people gonna be paid for? I was gonna take care of solid waste and the roads.
It's, this money was some more of President Biden's print and spend agenda. I don't know where the money actually came from. It was just printed and run through Congress and it came to us. It's really based
I agree with
on,
that, but
it's based on how many acres of property we have that's national forest.
John, I
And-
think your question, he's asking
yeah,
it.
it's about the funds.
We have a particular fund set up where that money went into.
They'll
So
break it down
every-
to the treasurer's office. And
Right, so
Yeah.
everybody else that was not either in the road department or solid waste will be
Okay.
paid out of that fund.
Yes,
They don't need to be on the ordinance though?
It is.
that's 1,007.
The Fund 1007 is the print and spend money, LATEC. And those fund numbers down in,
All right, I've got you.
John, those fund numbers down in section 7, that 1007, that's that fund. So all but solid waste and roads will be pulled out of that fund in those line items. Solid waste and roads will come out of their own budget.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's what that
And
was my question.
I think it's worth noting that the judge actually volunteered to pull out of his budget, so the other people that are not in solid waste or roads could have a higher amount of the supplemental pay.
It
He had-
increased the budget amounts overall.
He had the wiggle room to do that at this point, so.
And it's good that you don't get it all at once, so you pay part of your taxes in 2022.
It worked out all the way around.
As a little bit of housekeeping, do I hear a motion to amend this ordinance
So moved.
to show it as January 17th, 2023
So moved.
instead of 22? So we have a motion by Mary and a second by Tatum to amend. Is it Tanya Trooper?
Okay, you say motion.
Motion by Mary. Second by Tatum. Any discussion on the amendment? All those in favor of the amendment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same. Motion carries. I would entertain a motion to adopt the ordinance as amended.
So be it.
Second.
Have a motion by Dale Holt and a second by Brian Tatum to adopt the motion as amended, or adopt the ordinance as amended. Roll call vote.
Yes.
Thank you. Nikki?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Yes.
Russell?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
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 I'll make it really easy.
Jacob, would you like to say yes?
Thank you. But
Yes. So Jacob's filling in, he's Carol tonight, so it's always nice to see you with us. You'll probably be sitting in for Carol while she's on maternity leave, huh?
I probably will.
Our next ordinance will be sponsored by Justice Dale Holt.
What number was that?
Oh,
59? Yeah.
and it's the $50 one.
That's right.
Oh, it should be 57.
This is the $50 one? Hang on.
Well, and it's really kind of but what the emergency just, you know, Nikki brought up a really good point about the emergency clause on that ordinance. And that emergency clause was put on there because I really don't like it if things are completely decided in committee. And whenever it leaves committee, and since it was unanimous, it really, with the emergency clause, it needs a 2/3 vote. So we had to have an extra vote to pass it. So that's the transparency on the emergency clause. You ready?
think it's 59. We started out with 56 tonight, 57, 58, 59.
59? Yeah.
Did you get the number for the last one? Did we get that settled?
I think it's 58.
59.
It was
Yeah, 59.
Dale, you're up.
Okay,
It's $50 claim.
oh, yeah, okay, good. Let's add two of them. Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County Manager, State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled, appropriation ordinance to appropriate $50 into line item 1,0400-3104 K9 expense grant donations. Whereas the Van Buren County Sheriff's Office has received donation of $50, and where there is a need to appropriate the funds. Now therefore be ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that the sum of $50 be appropriated to line item 1,0400-3104 K9 expenses grant donations. I move we approve this ordinance.
Second.
We have a motion by Holt and a second by Lemmings. Discussion. Roll call vote.
I'm gonna have to guess.
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
let's see. Nikki and Sarah.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, y'all. Mary.
Yes.
Russell.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Brian.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
2022, I guess it's been 60, right?
60.
You gotta tell us.
I'm lost over here.
Have I overlooked any ordinances that we,
Two more.
not resolutions?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No,
Okay.
no more.
Okay, that takes care of this. Okay, good. Our next resolution is sponsored by Brian Tatum.
Been enacted by the Quorum Court, County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution to appoint Sarah Brown to the Ambulance Oversight Committee. Whereas Justice of the Peace Sarah Brown served on the Ambulance Oversight Committee, replacing Justice Dale Holt in 2022. And whereas a resolution to appoint Sarah Brown was not presented to Quorum Court, and whereas there is a need to confirm the appointment. Now therefore be it resolved by the Quorum Court, Van Buren County, Arkansas, that Justice of the Peace Sarah Brown is hereby appointed to the Ambulance Oversight Committee. Sarah Brown actively served on the committee during 2022 and shall be paid for the meetings she attended. Make a motion to approve as written.
Second.
We have a motion by Brian Tatum and a second by Russell Hensley. Discussion? I take complete responsibility for that. I forgot to even draft the resolution and get her approved or confirmed. Any more discussion? All in favor of approving this resolution signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries.
That's gonna be resolution number 53.
Dale Holt, you have the next one.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have this one. Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution to acknowledge the employees of 911 as county employees and to convey their accumulated time and benefits. Whereas Van Buren County 911 employees have in the past been contracted through the city of Fairfield Bay, and whereas the decision has been made to make the employees of 911 county employees and whereas there is a need to convey their accumulated time and benefits. Now therefore be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas. Number one, employees of 911 shall become employees of Van Buren County at midnight, January 1, 2023. Employee compensation time shall convey to the county as is from Fairfield Bay. Employees' years of service shall convey to the county from Fairfield Bay for all purposes such as for vacation, time accrual. Employees' accumulated sick time shall convey to the county from Fairfield Bay. All time earned and banked while the employees worked at Fairfield Bay shall convey to the county. And the employees' years of service for APRS purpose shall begin January 1st, 2023. Every effort shall be made to provide a seamless transition from Fairfield Bay to the county. I move that we approve this one.
We have a motion to approve by Dale Holt and a second by, we'll give this one to Sarah Brown. Discussion.
Long time coming.
Long time.
Yes, thank you guys.
All the, well, we have to vote. All those in favor of adopting this resolution signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimous.
Yes. It's 2022-54.
Have I overlooked any, we dropped a lot on the table. Have I overlooked anything? Public comments. Do we have anyone who would like 3 minutes to address the court? Having no public comments, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Do you have a second?
Second.
Any opposed? Thank you. Merry Christmas, y'all.
Thank you, Mary.